Well, it's a beautiful May morning. The windmills are still out here for the first time, and I can remember since coming out here come winter. But look at this beauty. This is a full-on tiny home, folks. This is a 12 by 28 Algonquin. We put a dormer over the door, a couple of nice big windows on the front, and we've got some surprises inside. So come on for a tour. Okay, folks, so I think it's worth pointing out the construction of this building. This is an insulated floor here. So we have our 6x6s, our 1/2-inch sheet of plywood. We have our pressure treated floor joists with the brackets on the corners. We use these to get the building up onto the trailer. So it's good to know sort of how the buildings are built. These are very well bolted together. This underfloor, that 1/2-inch layer of pressure treated plywood, does a really good job of keeping out the air and the rodents and everything else. And because this building is so large, we're gonna have to manipulate it. We got brackets on both ends. This 2x4 you see on the end helps the shed mule get something to grab onto and purchase when we pick the building up. Let's go on inside. You'll see some rough ends here that are gonna get completed in the near future for electricity. This customer did spec a whole bunch of electrical for this building. Let's go on in into our living room. So this space here is approximately 12 by 12 or 12 by 14, and this will be the main sort of chilling spot. I would imagine the customer will have a couch and welcome mat, etc. This door is closed for now. That's good. That's the bedroom we're going to show you in just a minute. But again, you'll see all these spots for plugs and switches. There's a stove receptacle. There's a 60 amp panel, which is going to handle, all the power needs for the building. And because we have these custom options, we've spec'd out different size windows for different spaces. So this is our 24-inch by 36-inch. And on the front here, we have our 48-inch by 48-inch window. So when we're building a tiny home, question number one is, where do we go potty? Well, in here, with lots of light from the window and the wall, is a 6x6 bathroom. Maybe 6x5. I'll have to check the spec sheet. I think it's 6x5. But again, this is custom built based on the wishes of the customer, right? So we have a nice big bathroom space. We don't do plumbing here at Highland Outbuildings, just know that. This would have to be handled on the ground once we drop the building. But because the way the building is constructed in this floor here, we have our 6x6 skid and then our 2x6 floor joist. There's lots of room to drill holes right through this, through the rigid foam, through the underfloor, and get your piping out underneath the building if you wanted to add plumbing on site. These big 4x4 windows sure do a nice job of making a small space feel big. I'm so in love with this. We're gonna have to build another one for us. Over here, you'll see the space where there's gonna be a small kitchenette. So again, based on the customer's wishes, the widest building that we can do is 12 feet and be able to ship it whole. So the bathroom is a crucial component, but also to be able to get all of the appliances in a small kitchen over there, this is how we built it. We're proud to show the bedroom in the tiny home. The guys make beautiful custom doors too, look at that. Come on in here and have a look. Big 4x4 window on the side, one more on the end, and then a smaller 24 by 36. And then look at this, the boys even framed in a closet. I mean, we can do stuff like this for you too. There's enough room in here for all your clothes to hang. How cool is that? So this is a nice big bedroom. Plugs where they wanted them. I would say this bedroom is in the neighborhood of 10 by 12, which is more than enough space for a queen size bed and some furniture. And because of the closet, you don't really need a dresser in here. I'm sure they'll add something as necessary. But being that it's an Algonquin, it's worth noting, so this is a 7-foot wall. And then we travel up to the collar ties where the roof here is about 8 feet. We've got our light boxes all ready to go. And then the building is, all the windows and doors and everything are trimmed out. We've started using sort of a neutral colored steel here, which does a really nice job of finishing off the look. Totally waterproof and looking great. So just imagine, folks, it could be a reality for you to have a building this large all brought in one piece to your property. Just give you a little exterior walk around here. The guys do such a nice job. The building does come in a raw finish. We don't stain them. We recommend you let them breathe for a little while. That's a big one. This is the biggest building we've done in this shape thus far. Have a look at this. All the exterior is always rough cut lumber. We do have a soffit, albeit a narrow one, about 4 inches long across the entire building. We only do steel roofs. This one happens to be black. And there is actually a foam strip along the edge here that keeps all the water and the bugs out. We're sort of thinking about these things before you ask us these questions. And then the fascia board, there's no reason you couldn't attach some eave trough to that if you wanted to collect water. But in this case, often what we do is we put this dormer above the building, right above the door, to keep the drips off your head from the rain and the snow. But there's no reason this building couldn't be 4-season capable here in Ontario, Canada. What a great looking structure. I'm gonna go and do one more walk around inside and I'll shut up for a minute. Well, there you have it, folks. This is our 12 by 28 Algonquin spec'd out as a tiny home. We've got power in this thing. We've got a bathroom in this building. We've got a bedroom in this building, as well as a living space, little room for a kitchen. So if you want us to build you a tiny home, we can do that, and we'd love to chat with you. You can check us out at highlandoutbuildings.com. You can call me anytime. It's 705-309-9088. Cheers.